Welcome everyone to what will hopefully be a very quick and easy guide on how to set up this Gods on Earth save game. Now, I've said that about 5 or 6 times trying to record this bloody video, and every single time something's gone wrong. Fingers crossed this time we actually get it right. So it's a lot more straightforward than you think. The whole reason it's not working in the first place is because I used a mod called Silverboo's Cheat Menu to actually set the scenario up on the first place. So what it allows you to do is basically give gods, well, I used it to give gods titles, but it is a cheating mod. So I actually didn't include it in the final mod pack, and obviously I'm not playing it with the save game, and I make my own workaround for that. But forgot to include that workaround. I didn't even think that it would be relevant in other people loading into it. So I'm going to show you how to subscribe to the workshop, how to put the save game in the right place, and finally where to put this placeholder mod, which should hopefully fix the trait issues people have been having. So from the top here, first thing to do, go over to the Steam Workshop. Get the fuck out of here, malware butts. Go to the Steam Workshop and subscribe to all. Very straightforward. That will get all your mods downloaded and ready to go. It will basically add this whole collection. It might take a while to download because it is quite a sizable collection here. Boot up CK2. Now, you will have to reboot this because for some reason, whenever you open CK2, you have to close it again before the mods will show up on the list. Just give it a minute or two to potentially down those mods, get them on all the right places, whatever. And you can see it's trying to download it there, but you have to restart the game for whatever reason because Paradox are garbage. There we go. So this way, you've got all the mods that you'll actually need besides the placeholder mod, which I've quickly thrown together to try and fix the issue here. Make sure everything's enabled, as you would kind of expect it to be there. Right, and that's all you have to do in that regard. So go into your CK2, so it's My Documents, Paradox Interactive, CK2, and then Mod. Very straightforward. In here, open the CK2 placeholder.zip, which is available in the download. Both of these files, these are the only 2 files you need, Gods on Earth and CK2 placeholder.zip. Open this one up, and it will open on the other monitor, which is very annoying. Take these 2 files and just drop them in your mod folder. That's all you have to do. Just drop them in there. Then when you open CK2 next time, which I'm going to do now just to make the point with this, when you open this up, make sure that that is enabled under mods. It should be by default, but just ensure that it is. I forget what I call it. It's like just CK2 placeholder mod or something. Yeah, that's it. As long as you've got that there, it's in the right place. If you haven't got that, you put it in the wrong folder. Just make sure it's in everything else with all your other mods. Like I said, it's Paradox Interactive CK2 mod. Drag it into there. And you have to take it out. Make sure you open this folder up and take these 2 files out and then drag them into the mod folder, right? All you need to do. Now, with the zip, it's a little more complicated. So you actually need to put it in a very specific folder, and that folder is mythos2_Flogi's Techmod. Now, I've renamed this one to not confuse, putting this in the wrong folder and replacing my current save game for the channel, because that would suck. The easiest way to make this folder generate is to simply start a game. So before you do any of the Gods on Earth stuff, just go ahead, launch into CK2, make yourself any random old garbage character, save the game, make sure you save the game, because that way the file path will automatically generate for you. That way you don't have to worry about getting, the right folder set up or anything like that. We're just skipping, we're cutting some corners here is what I'm getting at. So when this is eventually going to load on me, sorry, OBS is running, it always runs a lot slower when OBS is running. Loading databases, good. Again, all we're going to do is just quickly dive in here, load in any old character, it doesn't matter, pre-built, whatever you want to do. Quickly load in, pick a character, quick save the game at that stage, or regular save, doesn't really matter either way, as long as that save game path is done, and then all you've got to do is basically move the save game out of that zip folder into there, and you should be good to go. I will load in here as well, I will load into that other God save game just to make sure that it is all working fine. And then you should be good. And that's literally all there is to it. It's basically just you were missing a mod. That mod, all it has in it, by the way, is just a bunch of placeholder traits. So the Silverboo's Cheat Menu I was talking about that I used to set up this scenario had some traits included in it. And by not including those with the mod pack, the traits saved in the save game were slightly different to what they should be because 3 were missing. You've like taken out the middle 3. So, say for example, the Silverboo's Cheat Menu traits were 3, 4, and 5. When you've taken those out, the save game, whatever was 6, 7, and 8, have come down to become 3, 4, 5. So where you had gods that were supposedly gods, they've now become demigods or immortals. Basically, it's just fucked up the traits. That's all you need to know. Right. So here you go into game, pick your character, Viking Age, let's go with whoever the hell the first one is. This fella here, whose name I'm not going to try and say, and then just start the game up. All you got to do. At that stage, quick save. Make sure you've obviously got a save. Don't just quit straight to desktop here or F4 or anything. Otherwise, that defeats the whole point of doing this. The whole reason we're doing this is just to get that folder to generate, right? I'm just guaranteeing you're getting in the right place. You could type all the folders out by hand, but this is just going to definitely make sure it works, And whenever the game comes up with its million T100 events here, which I really do not give a shit about, thank you, we're just going to save and quit. We're just going to save and quit, drop us back to the desktop, and now you should have this. Mythos 2 Flogi's Techmod. If that's there, you're in the right place again. This is Paradox Interactive CK2, so the folder above the mod folder you're just looking in. Open this up, go into Save Games, and then open the GodsOnEarth.zip, available to download below. Just drag it in. Just drag it in. That's all you got to do. At which point, reload CK2, and again, I'm going to load in here just to make sure that's definitely working as intended. Should be. You don't need the Angel mod, by the way. You can actually add the Angel mod in afterwards, because I built that Angel mod in a way so that the traits load last, so that we wouldn't get problems like this. So you can remove and add that one as much as you like. Those traits load at the very end of the list, so they're not going to affect anything else above it, like what we've seen with here. Well, that's loading pretty quick for once, I guess it's because it's already done on the GFX caching and whatever. Right, now what we're going to do is load save game. Obviously, don't load the one you just load. Don't hit continue either, otherwise you're diving straight as that random character we just made to make sure the save game was working properly. And then it crashes. There it is, Gods on Earth. Right, we're going to click that one, and let's just double check that this is working fine, just so you guys can see it with your eyes from scratch there. Everything looks to be working fine to me, because that is clearly a god, right? He's got the glowy god eyes. We'll just load in as our good friend Lou here and make sure everything's working as intended. Perfect. That, to me, looks absolutely fine. An immortal god. Yep, perfect. We'll go ahead and we'll have a look at Olympus here as well. You got yourself Zeus. He's a god genius. We'll check out Asgard. Yeah, that's working absolutely as intended. That's all you need to do. Again, less than 5 minutes work. You don't have to load in twice like what I did here, but it really doesn't take that long at all. Just quickly alt-tab out of that. Like I said, you only need these two files, these two zips. Just quick to recap then. Step 1, subscribe on the workshop. Step 2, open up your mod folder, drag in the CK2 placeholder files, open up the zip, drag those out into your mod folder. Step 3, open the game, load in as any character, quick save. Step 4 is go into the Mythos 2 Flogis Techmod save games folder. Step 5, open your Gods on Earth, drag that out. Step 6, load into that. Very, very straightforward. Hopefully, that should make this a lot easier for you guys. Please let me know if this worked. Please let me know if it doesn't work, and I will try and help you out. Get in touch with me over Discord if you really are struggling with this, and I want to make sure everyone is able to play this, you know. Thank you. Hopefully, that was at least somewhat helpful for somebody out there, because I know a lot of people are asking for this. And, yeah. See you guys around.